So, a storm just ripped through town. You're looking up at your roof, and your stomach just sinks. You're not just dealing with shingles on the lawn, you're now staring down this maze of insurance claims, confusing terms. It's a lot. I get it. But hey, don't worry. In this explainer, we're going to give you a really clear step by step playbook to get through this and get the fair settlement you absolutely deserve.
Okay, so the damage is done. Your roof's a mess. What do you do right now? I'm telling you, these first few hours are absolutely critical. So let's jump straight into your first moves. All right, section one, what to do right after the storm hits. Seriously, the actions you take in the next couple of hours can literally make or break your entire insurance claim. It is all about being smart right from the get-go. Think of this as your opening strategy. You need to do three things, and they're all about building a rock-solid foundation of proof. First, you're going to document all the damage. Second, you're going to record everything about the storm itself. And third, you're going to stop any more damage with some temporary fixes. You get these three things right, you are already way ahead of the game.
Now let's get really specific on the documentation. You need to think like a detective building a case here. Your phone is your best friend. Take date-stamped photos, get some wide shots to show the whole scene, and then get right up close on every single missing shingle or dent from hail. Got a leak inside? You better believe you need pictures of that water stain on the ceiling, and jot down the exact date and time the storm rolled through. Even that little receipt for the tarp you bought to cover a hole, that's evidence. Every single piece helps build your case.
Okay, and this is a huge word of caution. While you absolutely should throw a tarp over a hole to stop more water from getting in fact, your policy probably requires it, do not, and I mean do not, start any permanent repairs. If you start ripping off damaged shingles before the adjuster sees them with their own eyes, you're literally destroying the evidence you need to get paid. You have to wait for that official inspection.
Okay, you've gathered all your evidence, you've got your pictures, your notes. Now it's time to officially get the ball rolling. Let's talk about making that all-important call to your insurance company.
Before you even dial that number, just take a breath and get your stuff together. Have your policy number right there in front of you. And remember, time is of the essence. You got to report this damage pretty quickly. When you're on the phone, just be clear, be factual about what you've seen. And here's the most important part. Do not hang up that phone without getting a claim number. That number is your golden ticket for this whole process.
All right, now we're going to wade into some insurance speak. And there are two terms you absolutely have to understand. The first one is replacement cost value, or RCV. This is the one you want. This is the gold standard. It means your insurance company pays the full cost to replace your roof with brand new, similar materials. It's designed to make you 100% whole again, just like before the storm. Now, the other term, and you really need to listen to this one, is actual cash value, or ACV. This is where the age of your roof becomes a huge factor. See, ACV pays for the value of your roof today, which means they subtract a bunch of money for depreciation. So let's say your roof is 15 years old. An RCV policy might give you $20,000 for a new one, but an ACV policy, they might only give you $8,000. It's a massive difference, and it's all buried in the fine print of your policy. So you filed the claim. Now people are going to start showing up to look at your roof. An insurance adjuster will come, and you'll probably get an estimate from a contractor. So this brings up a really critical question. Whose opinion actually matters, and who is really on your side? This might be the single most important thing to get straight in your head. The insurance adjuster works for the insurance company, period. Their main job is to protect the company's bottom line. Your roofing contractor, on the other hand, works for you. They are your advocate, your champion in this, and their job is to find every single piece of damage to make sure your home is put back together right. And that's exactly why you absolutely must be there for the adjuster's inspection. Don't just stand on the ground and wave. If you can, walk the roof with them, show them the photos you took, point out every single thing that worries you. You are the tour guide for your own damage claim. And when they're done, you insist on getting a detailed, written report of everything they found, and just as important, everything they didn't. And listen, this one's a non-negotiable. Always get your own evaluation from a trusted, independent roofer. They've got the trained eye to spot that subtle hail damage or the shingles that were lifted by the wind, stuff that an adjuster who might be looking at a dozen different kinds of claims that day could easily walk right past. Their report is going to be your most powerful piece of negotiating leverage. The inspections are done, the reports are in, and pretty soon you're going to get that first settlement offer in your inbox. This is the moment, right here, where so many homeowners lose thousands of dollars by making a few really common mistakes. Let's make sure you're not one of them.
I want you to burn this into your brain. The first offer is almost never the best offer. Think of it as just the opening bid in a negotiation. It's often based on the adjuster's first quick look, which might be incomplete. It is your job, armed with your contractor's detailed estimate, to negotiate that number up to what's actually fair.
So let's break down the top 3 mistakes people make. First, never ever sign a roofer's contract until the claim is fully approved and settled. You don't want to be on the hook for a $20,000 roof if the insurance company only approved 12. Second, like we just said, don't just take that first offer. And third, keep a super organized file of every email, every photo, every phone call. I promise you, if there's a dispute, the person with the best records wins.
We are in the home stretch now, but this can actually be the toughest part of the whole journey. What do you do if your claim gets denied? And how do the payments actually work?
Getting that denial letter in the mail can feel like a punch to the gut. It is so easy to feel defeated. But just take a deep breath, because a denial is very often not the final word. It's just an obstacle, and you have every right to appeal it.
Here's your game plan to fight back, step by step. First, you demand a specific, detailed explanation for the denial, in writing. They can't just say no. A lot of times, it's based on a simple misunderstanding. Next, you go back to your trusted contractor and you gather more evidence, maybe a second opinion, maybe more detailed photos. And finally, you submit a formal appeal armed with all your new professional evidence. Trust me, a well-argued appeal has a very, very good chance of succeeding.
So let's boil all this down to the absolute essentials. 1, document everything before you even make the call to build your case from the ground up. 2, know your policy. Is it RCV or ACV, so you know what you're actually entitled to? 3, get your own contractor's assessment. That's your secret weapon for negotiation. 4, treat that first offer as exactly what it is, just an offer. And 5, keep detailed records of everything to protect yourself. You follow these steps, and you shift the power right back into your hands. So the claim is finally settled, the new roof is on, and you successfully navigated a process that trips up so many people. You should be proud. But the real victory here isn't just the new roof, it's the knowledge you've gained. So the final question isn't just about this storm, it's about the next one. Because now you have the playbook. And being prepared is the best insurance policy you could ever have.